This is clutch, like Damian Lillard right here. Dame time. You will never see Paul George pull off that clutch type of play right there. They get to a second Psycho Boost. Can Shadow Hitmonchan survive a Psycho Boost? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Lana Pierce, thank you for the support. In today's video, we're taking a look at probably the spiciest team I have run so far this season. It is a triple shadow team, and this team has pretty much no synergy at all. It makes absolutely zero sense. When I put this into PvPoke, they pretty much asked me if I was sure I wanted to use this team because it is really bad. Straight Fs across the board almost. It is really bad. It can't handle a Charm lead. It can't handle a flying type lead. Could maybe handle one of them in the back. But overall, this team doesn't really make much sense. But hey, for the entertainment, it really is there. And surprisingly, we pulled off some pretty impressive wins with this team in this set. Now, the team consists of Shadow Hitmonchan. This is an OG Shadow on the channel. That is a throwback. We got the newest Shadow, Snorlax, really excited to test that out. And then Shadow Shiftry, a very powerful Pokemon, super glassy but hits very hard. Overall, all three of these Pokemon are very strong. Together on the same team, not so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. So in case you guys did skip the intro, please do not try this team at home. It has a lot of coverage issues and highly not recommended. But for your entertainment, here it is today in the 3000 ELO range. First battle, we got Shadow Hitmonchan into a Galvantula. This is a horrible lead, and I'm going to swap out immediately into Snorlax here. So the opponent looks like they're staying in for a little bit. They're going to overfarm and actually swap out on the Body Slam. Very well played on their part. Catching it onto the Galarian Stunfisk, so not the greatest situation right now, but this isn't too bad. I actually don't think I want to take Switch here, so all I really want to do is land a superpower and then get knocked out by the Earthquake, at which point I want to come back in with the Hitmonchan and build up energy for those Fire Punches. Looking at the moveset here for Hitmonchan, he's running Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. I think Ice Punch makes more sense maybe for flying coverage, but I really like Fire Punch in general. So coming in with the Hitmonchan here, going for the aggressive farm down, but I wasn't counting, and that's a mistake. You always want to make sure you're counting the opponent's moves, because here it's a guessing game now. I decided to shield. It's only a Rock Slide, so kind of hate that I had to do that there. I have the move ready. Galvantula is going to come back in, but we do lose CMP tie here. So is it a lunge? Lunge won't KO. Don't want to take the risk. I do shield it up. Wasn't sure if this charge would KO in that range. I actually think we could maybe survive just barely in that range, but I do go for the Fire Punch here. The opponent does shield that up, and now I will outpace it to the next move. Let's see if they switch out. They do. This time I don't throw it to Meganium. I actually want to save this Fire Punch for the end game. I know that the Galvantula does not have a move ready. It's still 1 Volt Switch away. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to throw the Foul Play at the Meganium, and then instead of going for the knockout here with Leaf Blade, I'm going to try and farm it down completely. If I'm successful in farming it down, I'll be able to throw a Foul Play at the Galvantula. You notice I got there to the move. I didn't throw it. I want the Meganium to then throw the move. If I can't farm it down, I want Meganium to take me out so I can come in with Hitmonchan, farm down, and know that I will be able to get this Fire Punch before the Galvantula is able to get off a lunge, because they don't have the move ready. If they were able to farm down Shiftry in some scenario and get the lunge or discharge, they would be able to knock me out because they would win CMP. So that's how I decided to play it there. Paid off in that case. We come back from a very tough lead, and we're off to a 1-0 start. Jangle's 21 here in the next matchup. Very talented trainer, former #1 rank in the world. We got Shadow Hitmonchan into an Alolan Ninetales, so the leads aren't getting any easier. I'm going to swap out here before even seeing what the moveset is. Even if it's not Charm, it's still a bad matchup, and I come in with the Snorlax. Now, I was expecting a swap out here at some point, but it looks like the opponent's actually choosing to stay in. So at this point, I wasn't really thinking anything much of it. I was like, okay, maybe they're just going to throw a move and then swap out, build energy, swap out. But when they shielded, I started thinking, okay, maybe they are going to stay in here. So I decided to build to this next Body Slam, and I decided I'm going to shield this up here because I want to get off some damage on this Ninetales. I can't let it have that much health and come in with Hitmonchan. So I'm going to throw the Body Slam here. And to my surprise, the opponent actually shielded. So at this point I started thinking, okay, they must be really weak to Snorlax in the back. And I started thinking it's probably a Sableye, maybe double Shadow, Sableye, Marowak. So I was thinking, how am I going to play this out then? So I let the Snorlax go down there. I can't win that match in 2 shields anyways. And I'm going to come in with the Hitmonchan. At this point, they immediately swap out to Sableye, so I come in with the Shiftry here. And in this particular matchup, notice I'm going for Foul Play. That is the wrong move. Definitely want to go for the Leaf Blade here. They do the same amount of damage. Leaf Blade is less energy. Haven't played this matchup in a long time, so didn't know what to do. Here I have to make a call. I think it's a return, but I'm thinking, I know he runs a lot of Politoed because in all the videos I've seen of his team, and I've battled him a few times, it's Politoed, Alolan, Ninetales, like double Weather Ball. So I took the chance that it was a team like that and that my Hitmonchan with Thunder, I mean, in hindsight, it makes more sense to keep the Shiftry alive here as we see Jellicent come in. It's a really rough matchup. I do have a shield though, so I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch, which is going to do quite a bit. And here, I had a feeling this would be Bubble Beam, but if it's not a Bubble Beam, I can't risk taking the damage, right? Because it will knock down. So I have to shield here. I have no other choice. Have to respect it. They come in with Ninetales, and they probably don't expect me to have a Fire Punch here. Maybe Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. So this is going to knock out the Ninetales, which is amazing for me. And now if I could outpace this Jellicent to the Thunder Punch, should be enough to KO. Look at this performance here by Shadow Hitmonchan. This is clutch, like Damian Lillard right here. Dame time. You will never see Paul George pull off that clutch type of play right there. Big, huge win against a very tough opponent with a very difficult team. We're off to a 2-0 start. In the next match, we got Shadow Hitmonchan into Azumarill. So the leads just do not get better. They get worse with each game. I swap out into Snorlax here. Now Snorlax doesn't particularly have a good match against Azumarill here either. But, I mean, we can't stay in, right? And I can't bring in my hard counter in Shiftry, so Snorlax is the play here. Snorlax is actually, I'm noticing a lot of people don't seem to switch out when I bring it in. They seem to stay in, so I really like Snorlax. My first time using a Shadow Snorlax here. A lot of fun. Really like the investment here. It has horrible IVs, but it gets the job done. The Galvantula comes in. I actually go for a Superpower here. Superpower does less damage, but what I wanted to do here was actually lower my defense so that this Galvantula couldn't get a lot of farm in exchange for, of course, Body Slam doing more damage, right? So I don't know if it actually worked out in my favor there, but I'm going to come back in with the Hitmonchan here. And, you know, they always throw the lunge here. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to risk it. There is the lunge. It's a big call. The problem with this is that they get to the second move anyway, so I'm going to have to shield it regardless. So kind of risky play there, but it did pay off, I guess. And I do build up to the Fire Punch here. This will be enough to KO. And I believe I could actually get to the next move here before they outpace me to lunge. No, they let it go through, and here comes Talonflame. I swap out into Shiftry blindly here, not expecting the Fire type in the back. Fire and Flying, so it beats both of my Pokemon very easily. The Hitmonchan can't do anything here. If they didn't have the shield, maybe there was some play here. And this is the one situation where having the Shadow variant of Shiftry hurts you even more. So we get farmed down completely. Talonflame likely has 2 moves here. Going to throw back to back. I shield up just in case they don't, but there's nothing we can do here. We're going to lose this game. Quite the demolishing right there, actually, to be honest, and pretty rough loss. But again, it was a very difficult team comp we went up to, and our team comp makes no sense itself. So KarenLandero here in the next matchup. We got a gatekeeping opportunity. We got Shadow Hitmonchan into Venusaur. So a playable lead for once. The thing here is that I didn't look at the simulations before this matchup, so it is CMP tie on the first and the second Frenzy plants. So based off that information, I was thinking, okay, maybe the third one will be CMP tie as well. I didn't actually do the math in my head, and I figured if I go to 2 shields, I should be able to win this matchup. And you can see here the opponent throws the Frenzy plant. For future battles, you actually do lose in the 2 shields because the Venusaur beats you to the 3rd Frenzy plant. Not the first 2, but the 3rd, it does actually beat you. And that means that the play in future battles for me is to actually try and sneak in the extra counter to make up for that. So I wasn't doing that in this battle, of course. And as you see here, this is where I realized that I actually lose CMP because it gets to the 5th Vine Whip and they swapped out, thankfully, because I believe the opponent actually thought that the Venusaur also loses CMP on the 3rd one, which it doesn't. So we were both thinking the same thing and it worked out in my favor there. So I bring in the Snorlax here. They tried to snipe me with the Bastiodon. Unfortunately, Rock isn't doing much to the Hitmonchan, so I come in with the Snorlax here. I am going to throw the superpower here. Look at how much damage this Snorlax is doing to the Bastiodon. Shields down. That's an easy win for Snorlax. And we're very low in health, which is perfect, not a lot of farm. I'm throwing another superpower here at the Stunfisk, which is amazing, and it's going to lower my defense even more, so this Stunfisk can't get too much farm. Now I'm going to come in with Shiftry. That Venusaur has a move ready. I was able to farm extra energy when they swapped out to Bastiodon on my Hitmonchan, so I will win CMP tie here. All I have to do is make sure that this Leaf Blade lands on the Stunfisk, which it is going to do right here. This is going to be huge for us. Knock out the Stunfisk, and I swap out immediately into the Hitmonchan, knowing that I will win CMP tie here against this Venusaur. This is going to knock it out. Boom, we take that match, and we are going positive in the 3000s with this ridiculous triple shadow team. Last battle of the video, who's going to be against jongmuluck? So another gatekeeping opportunity here, and I mean, the opponent's probably pretty happy when they see this kind of team, right? But not with that lead. This is amazing for us. The first real positive lead of the video. They swap around to Azumarill. Here comes the Shiftry. This is a very nice position to be in. The problem with Shiftry here is that it does actually lose in the zero shields because Ice Beam does knock out the Shiftry. So we're gonna have to throw a Leaf Blade here and then throw a second one after shielding this incoming Ice Beam. But what you want to do here is build up a lot of energy just before they get to the next Ice Beam. So you want to count to 5 more bubbles. Look at all this energy I have on the Shiftry. Now we have over 2 Leaf Blades stored. So I'm going to be able to throw a Foul Play at this Melmetal. If they shielded that for whatever reason, I just throw another Leaf Blade. It wouldn't make sense for them to shield. And now they're going to come in with Melmetal most likely. I have Foul Play. Watch how much damage a Foul Play here from Shadow Shiftry does to a Melmetal. That is pretty crazy right there, about probably over 60%. I'm able to outpace the next move, so this is going to threaten the shield right here. They didn't shield the heavy hitter, they're going to shield the low hitter, the resisted move in the Leaf Blade, and they have to throw superpower here to knock us out, so that's absolutely amazing for us. Going to let this go through, and then come in with the Hitmonchan, but look at this! A Deoxys surprise in the back. Deoxys is a core breaker for this whole team. We were lucky not to see many Charmers, no Flyers, but here is the Deoxys. Beats the entire team. So pretty rough spot to be in here. And I had to make a decision. If they have Psycho Boost, I need to save that shield for the Hitmonchan, so I decided to let this go through, hoping I could get to this Body Slam. We cannot. So things are looking rough here. I think my play is to farm down completely with the Hitmonchan. Hope they only got to 1 Psycho Boost. I have to shield here. Is it the Psycho Boost? Yes, it is. Can I farm down? They get to a second Psycho Boost. Can Shadow Hitmonchan survive a Psycho Boost? Absolutely incredible. The opponent swapped that. I can't believe Hitmonchan tanked a Psycho Boost from Deoxys. They shield the move, which means I'm able to farm down, get the energy for the Fire Punch, which is going to be enough to knock out the Deoxys. An incredible turn of events there. We're able to win this game on the back of Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is an absolute stud. Mike Tyson in Pogo. This guy is a beast. Absolutely amazing. We go 4-1 triple shadow. So those were the battles with the triple shadow team. Kind of a meme team, to be honest. Doesn't have a lot of synergy, but you saw in these battles, caught some opponents off guard. We also got caught off guard in a couple of those matches, but able to come back and then pull off some pretty impressive wins here. I do not recommend this team, but if you want to take any one of these Pokemon or even 2 of them and put them on a team, I highly recommend that. These are very powerful Pokemon. They can get the job done. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.